Hi, welcome to Laser Talk. I'm Lei. The People's Liberation Army of China released 6 promo videos called Quenching to show off its combat capabilities. A military commentator, Shen Zhou, analyzed the videos and pointed out the PLA's weaknesses. I compiled some of his analysis in a video called PLA's Weaknesses Exposed, which was released on November 11th. Today, we'll delve deeper into Mr. Shen's analysis, uncovering more of the PLA's fake combat capabilities as revealed by the CCP's promotional videos. Episode 6 shows the Chinese Navy's Yan'an destroyer and Shandong aircraft carrier conducting exercises east of Taiwan in April 2023. The Yan'an, which is China's latest Type 055 destroyer, quickly runs into trouble as its radar struggles to track unidentified targets. It detects multiple aerial targets, but then loses track, prompting commands to increase radar power and prepare for electronic warfare.
报告情况，我舰东南方向发现多批不明空中目标，信号跟踪不稳定。各雷达加高压，扩大搜索范围。是，各雷达加高压。
电磁对抗正成为战局胜败的关键性因素，也是我们向强制强的努力方向。
报告，东南方向目标消失，东北方向发现类似目标。
这种无声的竞争、无形的比拼已经打响。
各雷达多高压，电子弹做好有源无人钢准备。报告，干扰弹最后准备完毕。报告，电子战数据加载完毕。申请舰载机前出查证。
Mr. Shen said that the PLA's most advanced destroyer fails to maintain stable radar contact. It's worse when the video admits they needed carrier-based aircraft to go forward for verification because the destroyer couldn't handle the situation. Destroyers are tasked with protecting the aircraft carrier, but the Chinese destroyer featured in the video can't even protect itself. The PLA's electronic warfare capability is clearly lacking, and the video acknowledges this. Shen said that in a real combat scenario, the Chinese vessels wouldn't even have time to react before being hit. The 4th episode promotes the Changsha ship, which is a 052D destroyer and the current main destroyer of the Chinese Navy. The voiceover says, face-to-face competition with foreign ships at sea. Sometimes it is a competition of technology, but more of a competition of willpower. The visual then shows foreign aircraft flying close to the warship. The voiceover comes with instructions.
主副炮挂弹，主炮挂弹，主炮挂弹。声纳被动时刻，鱼雷最后准备。声纳被动时刻，鱼雷最后准备。导弹连接发射电缆，导弹连接发射电缆。
The foreign aircraft is already visible to the naked eye as the Chinese destroyer responds. In actual combat, it's likely the destroyer would have already been hit by anti-ship missiles or precision bombs. Anyway, the filmmaker was trying to make a different point here. At this time, the voiceover says,
北洋水师的建军章程精密详尽，几乎算无一策。但是清军将领 带头违反，以致军纪懈怠，兵心涣散。
Then the screen shows a PLA soldier writing anti-corruption in a notebook. The Qing dynasty's Beiyang Navy from over 100 years ago was defeated by the Japanese Navy in the First Sino-Japanese War. Corruption was one of the reasons for its defeat. Compared with the corruption of today's PLA, however, it's nothing. The voiceover says, no matter when and where, we must not change our nature in the face of corruption, and we must not lose our integrity in the face of temptation of interests. Promote political training with the spirit of rectification. The videos have reviewed Chinese destroyers' problems and indirectly admit that corruption and fraud have hindered its Navy's combat capabilities, probably due to poorly constructed naval vessels. Episode 4 of the PLA's promo videos shows a combat drill by a submarine unit of the Chinese Navy. Please take a look at the clip first.
上报，我挺接报。报告，收到，我挺接要报一份。
排长，到，立刻进行变会。
注意点已经拉到这儿了。
短短几十字的命令，意味着我们要突破对手密不透风的防御网。
抓住警报！有7层，有6层，有90，有1层，看里备战，有3级，有全体备战，团长就位，有。开始1级进行管控。是，开始1级进行管控。
The captain orders a level 1 silence, which the caption explains as a shutting down of all non-critical mechanical equipment, including air conditioning and fastening mobile items. The temperature and humidity in the cabin rises, and the officers and soldiers are seen sweating. After the sonar detects an enemy surface ship, the submarine begins silent rudder cruising, meaning no further course adjustments are made, in order to minimize noise and avoid detection by enemy sonar.
指派组的麦克星出发为水面舰艇。
又听到了这熟悉的狼嚎声，它是对手发出的挑战书，也是我们应战的催真鼓。
开始静坐巡航。是，开始静坐巡航。方位2拐洞，发现目标。有，进行决赛。是，对1号目标进行决赛。深度180。
每一次操作，每一次协同，每一次决策，都要令行禁止。
Shortly after that, we hear a crew member order a launch tube to be ready.
是纪律把我们凝结成一个坚强的战斗集体。
准备。
纪律让我们1分钟执行数十个口令，完成上百个动作。纪律是我们的护身符，更是打胜仗的保证。
It sounds like the Chinese Navy has a serious concern of its sailors not following orders and not being disciplined. But the video oddly shows the submarine surfacing, and there's no picture of anything related to torpedo or missile launch. And the hype that's built up in the so-called actual combat exercise ends in a whimper. Mr. Shen asks, does the Chinese submarine need to surface to launch missiles or torpedoes? It's unclear whether it successfully destroyed the enemy's surface ship or was detected by the enemy, forcing them into engaging in a submarine offensive or anti-submarine warfare remains unanswered. The video leaves these questions unresolved. Episode 5 of the series shows the Chinese J-20 fighter jet conducting exercises. In the narration, the command center asks the pilot if he can take down an enemy jet.
东幺天一江。东幺回答。
东幺，在你洞85高度拐洞有一架敌机，
预计19分钟后将超出你的打击范围。指挥所问能否把它打掉？
可以，我需要先去补油。洞两没有鱼弹，你先回。
加油机在你2拐洞。天眼，洞1加油完成，准备前出。洞1天眼，
敌2架隐身战机已升空。
敌跟踪， 离跟踪，离跟踪，极限迎角，极限过载，极限迎角，极限过载。
空降引导器报告，动1打掉了目标机。
In the footage, the J-20 pilot opens his helmet visor and looks back, seeing an enemy aircraft directly overhead behind him as the alarm continues to sound. The audience want to see how the J-20 responds, but they don't see anything. The screen then shows the J-20 landing and returning to the base. The voiceover concludes, the J-20 shot down the target plane. So how did the J-20 eliminate the target aircraft when it was rear-ended by an enemy plane and had no machine gun? The video doesn't show or explain this at all, and people just celebrate the victory. The second episode of Quanqing showcases the Chinese Marine Corps, which is said to have become a new quality combat force. The voiceover says,
登陆作战依然是最残酷的战斗，想要在残局、僵局、困局中破局，必须做好万全准备。
The video shows the CCP's landing exercise with helicopters, amphibious vehicles, hovercraft, and a large number of soldiers landing on the beach in small boats. Shen said that the CCP's ships are easy targets for airstrikes and land-based anti-ship missiles. Their helicopters cannot avoid individual anti-aircraft missiles. Amphibious vehicles and hovercraft are too fragile to handle strong firepower and anti-tank missiles on the beach. The PLA may be forced to rely on human wave tactics, which means that their soldiers' chances of survival will be very low. The PLA is certainly aware of the brutality of amphibious landing. A trainer of the Marines said this to prepare his soldiers.
当我们的子弹打光了，我们可以用刺刀跟敌人拼。我们没有刺刀，那我们的身上有什么？有拳头，有牙齿。我们的每一个部件都可以当做武器。
What? Teeth? Yikes. In the landing scene, a team of CCP Marines actually rush in front of the armed vehicles, which Shen said is completely contrary to common sense. As soon as the amphibious assault vehicles reach the shore, soldiers hurriedly open the doors, as we could see in the video, step into the water, cross the beach, and charge forward blindly, leaving the amphibious vehicles behind them. Whether it's the PLA's Marine Corps or the Army's amphibious units, they all lack a basic understanding of amphibious landing, according to Mr. Shen. The PLA's Liaoning and Shandong carriers copied the former Soviet aircraft carriers. Now the Chinese Navy has fully turned to imitating American carriers. In the third episode of Quanqing, a J-15 fighter jet takes off from the carrier Liaoning, and two crew members imitate the gestures of an American carrier-based aircraft takeoff from a catapult. Mr. Shen said this scene is super embarrassing because the Liaoning doesn't have a catapult, and its jets take off from the ski jump deck. But the Chinese crew imitate the gestures of an American catapult takeoff. China's newest carrier, the Fujian, is equipped with a catapult. The video includes footage from the first sea trial of the Fujian on May 1st, 2024. The person responsible for takeoff and landing tells other crew members that they can keep the old hand gestures from the old carriers.
需要试飞员配合我们的是论证这个流程，最关键一点，要从滑跃到弹射的无缝转接，这个不要干扰飞行员更多的精力，能够兼容滑跃的手势不再修改，最大极致的去优化缩短这个时间。
So the wrong hand gestures on one carrier conveniently became the correct ones on another carrier, and this is a unique characteristic of the Chinese Navy. The CCP's propaganda film, Crunching, is a big production, trying to promote the image of a strong Chinese military. But it inadvertently exposes many of the defects and problems of the Chinese PLA. Here's part 1 of the series. That's all for today. If you haven't liked and subscribed the video, please do so. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.